Welcome back, everybody, to more Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Today, we will be making a large effort to turn the tables on Scott and his maniacal army in our next mission. And Fizdus is the only person getting left behind because Fizdus is the worst. I don't really have another reason. Fizdus is just the worst. Hey there, Liz. Welcome back. Oh, I forgot to check for Maya's items, actually. Okay, her team is actually kitted out. My girlfriend is also joining the stream to watch the madness ensue. Let's get started! I like how Time Wizard is the loading screen bobble. Scott! You may have created this game, but we're changing the rules! Your victory is far from assured, Yugi. Shouting at me is not going to help you win this fight. A true genius wins the battle before it's even fought. Allow me to demonstrate. Yugi's forces must free Marya dead. If his team is wiped out or Riz Fawn falls, you lose. Alright, I need to snag the strategy system up here real quick. Yep, we are going to talk about the SCP Foundation here in just a bit, because my secretary does not know the SCP Foundation. I don't know a whole lot about the SCP, but I can try to tell you what I know. So the game wants Yugi to be the defending marshal here. I don't. I actually want Mai to be the defending marshal. And I'm going to prep Mako to be the defending marshal so that if Mai starts getting the hell kicked out of her, she'll be okay. Because these guys are using Kaiser Dragon, Parrot Dragon, and Cursive Dragon. These guys are using Labyrinth Tank, Launcher Spider, and Slot Machine. I know fucking nothing, but Jamie told me about it, and I was like, ooh. These guys don't have any items. That's actually really weird. And they have extremely low action points. They're tough monsters, but since they don't act very often, they're not really going to be that big of a deal. Did she just miss? No, she hit him. Okay. I didn't see him at the correct angle. Let's adjust the angle here. I don't know most of those. There's only a couple of things about the SCP Foundation that I know. One of them is a bunch of Rule 34 created on one of the creatures that seems to be kind of a weird stalker. It kind of cyber stalks people, sending them videos and weird pictures, and it kind of looks like an anthropomorphic wolf woman with black fur and black skin and a skull over its head. Oh, Jesus. No, Octopus! Oh, God. My harpies! They're getting violently throttled. Holy shit. There we go. Okay. Just give her a couple of blue medicines. God, that smells insane. Well, she stalks, but she seems like a lot of what I've seen. Apparently, she's affectionate. She's not really a malicious stalker. And she can kind of pull that thing from the ring where she comes out of a cell phone screen or something, or just sort of randomly appears in certain locations. That is not a photon stampede, that is a fireball. Lie to me. I don't remember what her number is. Rev might know if he joins. Giga Saint Fire! Strobe light. That attack really is bright as hell. Holy shit. The Nexus was a figure with white eyes on a static screen. They dragged people into another dimension. I hadn't heard about that. I legitimately don't know that one. Come on, Jamie, open your mouth, get in here. We're having a discussion. Enlighten people about the SCP. What I do know about the SCP Foundation is that it is a foundation that exists to secure, contain, and protect anomalous entities, beings, and creatures. He's gone to love the bird? I don't know what that means. Oh. Oh, you may actually... I'm an idiot. I thought that was code for something. Yeah, it's code for actually go pay attention to the bird and care about it. I don't know! I forgot you had a bird in your house. I'm already off to a great start. Jesus, they're beating the shit out of occupants. By the way, I know Harpy's pet dragon is awesome, but don't get too used to her. She is inevitably getting replaced. Or he is. Scratch Crusher! I'm trying to get Iroh some experience points to level her up and make her tougher. The Harpy Ladies are great monsters because they have acceptable stats and massive amounts of action points. Sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses. Blue medicine, red medicine, that's really not much of anything. Looks like the monster to worry about here is Labyrinth Tank. A lot of the hentai around that particular SCP creature that I mentioned basically involves her kind of stalking people and randomly appearing in their house for intimacy, trying to romantically appeal to them and sexually appeal to them. You're also starting to see right away here just how much of a difference items make, because the last couple of fights were really obnoxious due to the enemies having a supply of healing items. These guys don't have any items that they're throwing at me. And because they have weak action points and no items, and I have great action points, and I have items, I can spend action points to heal myself and stay in the fight, and they can't. Yeah, I think that one. She's also, Liz wants to learn about the SCP Foundation, and I realistically don't really know that much about it. Do you know anything, Rev, that might help? Videos on YouTube. What the? They do have a red medicine? Didn't I look at them and not find items? On the overworld screen? Am I out of my mind? No, he's got one. They just don't have anything. Okay. Oh, shit. Oops. Well, that's actually not a problem. It's actually smart that I was attacking Launcher Spider if that's the case. Oh, damn! Big hit. I know about the flesh that hates. I don't feel like I could do that particular SCP monster's description justice, though, after seeing Roanoke do a video on it on YouTube. I can find that YouTube video and direct you to it. Roanoke is a really good YouTuber to watch. I was hoping to actually milk that second red medicine out of him. That was actually my plan. Oh yeah, the friendly healing slime. I remember hearing about that one. I'll buy a couple more blue medicines. It's nice to have them. The goal is to either kill Launcher Spider or force Slot Machine to heal him. Because if Slot Machine heals him, it'll be the last heal. Oh, and I missed. The Crimson King? I don't know anything about the Crimson King. The only Crimson King I know is the Red Prince from, what is it called? Remnant 2. That game and Remnant from the Ashes, man, those were good games. A little unbalanced, but very fun. Okay, they are out of heals. This enemy troop can no longer regenerate the health of one another. Which is good, because all of these guys are tanky as fuck! Myself some Pocky. Pocky is a tasty snack. Guard, immediate attack. Step up to the bar, boys! I'm sorry, nobody's gonna get that fucking joke. For anybody who doesn't know, that joke that I just made was a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 when, Raph and I think Leonardo, or, no, it was Raph and Donnie. They pick up this big-ass fucking bar, metal bar, and they clothesline like a dozen fucking ninjas with it! Babe, could you bring me a paper towel, please? Oh. SCP-682 and 999. Yeah, there's this weird little slime in one of them, and that weird little slime is bizarre because it's a kind little creature, and it wants attention, and it wants people to like it. Oh wow, there's a fucking man-eating treasure chest back there in the background on top of that house door. What the fuck? Damn it! He's the unkillable wizard. I can't always put all the paragraphs. It's alright, you don't have to, man. Shit. I think Occupy just got another action point. Holy Christ. The Harpy ladies get action points out the yin-yang. And when you get all three of them together, they actually get one of the most broken attack combo capabilities in the game. Because they can do Triangle Ecstasy Spark together, which is the Exterminator attack, as the English dub called it during Duelist Kingdom. And their Triangle Ecstasy Spark attack, it's a face rapist. It requires they all be on the same team, but it's a face rapist. Like, it just destroys everything that it touches, all of it. You get caught in that attack, and your ass is grass. Plasma laser cannon. At least they used the move from the English dub, and the title from it, which is not a bad one to go with. Giga Saint Fire! Like, the way that move is done, all I can think about is when, what's-his-face, Yami Bakura screams out helical shockwave. I just want to shout out Giga Saint Fire the same way. Thank you, dear. One less enemy to worry about. Yeah, the flesh that hates is really weird. It's this... Oh, damn! He hit him for 537. Big crit. It's essentially this strange fleshy mass that grows over shit, and it virulently infects hosts and mutates them into more of itself, pretty much. It's kind of horrifying. But the Flesh that hates is extremely horrifying. 3, 4, 5. Get him, girl! Get him! Soften him up for your sibling. Good girl. If anybody wonders which one is my favorite Harpy, I like Harpy Lady 1's appearance the most. I really like those long flowing locks of hair. I think Harpy Lady 3 is the one I like the least. She has a hairstyle that makes her look like a plunker. And I don't like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it gels with the Harpies. Design ethos. No, none of them have, like, spiked hair. Not punker spiked hair. Her hair is like this weird short bob cut that looks like she's trying to... Yeah, and it looks like she's trying to rip off, I don't know, Leon S. Kennedy or something. And to me, it just looks wrong. I don't know, maybe I'm an asshole. I'm pretty sure somebody will probably watch that. SCP-001 is something. I don't even know what that is. I don't know which one that's supposed to be. That was your last action, by the way, genius. I'll burn the last of the It's kind of a waste, but not really that big of a deal. Alright, ladies, tear him apart! Get him! Get him! It's basically a if you scroll, you die file. That's kind of horrifying. Okay. Get him, girl. Destroy him with the power of his foot fetish. I'm sorry to everybody at home who had to witness that. I'm giving Iroh the kills because the more they fight, getting them more XP is actually true, but kill experience is actually where most of the XP is found. Ooh, Mai just got a level! Okay, that one also has a red medicine. Alright, Mako, your turn. You're gonna be taking on the last guy. Alright, kick his ass, sea bass! It's a literal sea bass in this case. I don't know 096 either. Yeah, you really need to talk to Fox about the SCP Foundation. Oh, that's gonna fuck up the timing machine. Does not have a very good squad, I recognize. His team doesn't take damage very well, and it doesn't deal it as well as it could either. There it is. There's the red medicine I was farming for. Shy guy. Only know one container. Seems to any tears across the lands coming to kill you. That's weird. I'm so shy that if you try and look at my face, I will murder you and everything around you. That's a really weird SCP. I think a lot of why Mako's team actually sucks has nothing to do with his team sucking. I think it has everything to do with me not giving him much EXP. Okay, now why do I want to wear a blindfold and just give me his cries kill me. Damn. Well, he only barely lost that. Not always. Some SCP creatures are actually quite passive. And they're protected because they can easily be abused. For instance, the healing slime can very easily be abused by people because interest groups could use it to could steal it and kidnap it and then try to use it to regenerate their people. Yeah, some are very docile, and they're protected out of necessity. Because they won't be able to protect themselves. And information on them is kept strictly confidential because a lot of people would abuse that information if they knew. The SCP Foundation's a really cool little thing. There's all kinds of redacted shit. Dr. White is a part of the Foundation. haughty. I feel like the guy trapped in the dragon tank. He's very hot in here. Jesus, Mako's getting his ass kicked here, man. Oh, that would be why Mako's team sucks. They're really low level. You need to be around like level 15 to 20 by this point. Ooh. Healing his monsters would be very expensive. And I can't really afford that right now. Maybe I should have had Mako defend. No, the SCP Foundation is not tied to any nation's government. They receive funding through a few independent patents on quite a few items that allow them to be able to make a lot of royalty funds to fund their operations. Any government that knew about the SCP Foundation would try to abuse the power of the SCPs. Yup. They're privately funded. And privately ran. Man, these guys are a bunch of freaking stat bags. finally out of heals. Oh no! Oh no! Kyryushin! Oh my god, he missed. He missed. Quit stressing yourself out, babe. self-keeping secret or the anti-me. I love how the labyrinth tank is just sitting there like, you know, moving up and down a lot. And I've got to heal him again. SCP-5000? I don't know if you're remembering correctly. I don't fucking know the SCPs. I really don't know. Yugi. Kaiba? Kaiba. That was a really weird... where Kaiba was infecting holograms with viruses and trying to save people from being wiped out by No! I missed! According to the Yep. Like, Liz, just look at the Harry Potter franchise. Like, that was 7 whole books that were originally created to be bedtime stories for children. Look at the Lord of the Rings franchise. Look at the Star Trek universe. Look at the Star Wars series. You know, look at the Kingdom Hearts video games. If people are dedicated to bringing their creation to life, they will. And they'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. Like, look at what Tolkien built with Lord of the Rings. And then Amazon promptly pissed on it with their shitty-ass attempt at a crappy Rings of Power series, but I'm not going to go into that. I've bitched about that enough already. But yeah, like, if people are damned and determined to build something, you better fucking believe they will. So, the only thing that really made these guys particularly obnoxious is the fact that Mako is not particularly well built up. Oh my god! Octoburster! Octoburster! That's the second miss in the same fight. You asshole! God damn it. I keep trying to level you up, and this is how you repay me. Called the entity which caused the Foundation to... Go ahead! You can say it! I feel like David Hasselhoff in on his roast, basically trying to make mankind extinct. Oh wow, that's impressive. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here now. Late indeed. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I sent for you? My sincerest apologies, Master. It took me some time to get around the Imperial Army, and I don't want excuses. I expect more from my students. Who is this? Yugi, thank you for looking out for my teacher. I am his #1 student. Be quiet, you. Yugi, this is my student. I have called her back from her training. She is still inexperienced, but she may be of use. Please, add her to your roster. Somewhere near the bottom. That's nice. Near the bottom. Indeed. There's no way to build up a girl's confidence. That's no way to build up a girl's confidence, you know. All right. Don't let me down. Dark Magician Girl has joined your forces. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The babe, the myth, the legend herself, Dark Magician Girl, has joined our motley band of murder hobos. This jackass has a Flame Cerberus, Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts, and a neck hunter. Gazelle has a blue medicine. Okay, Gazelle needs to be the primary target. And the other team is the exact same. Okay. They've got this. They fucking got this. What is Scott using? Blue medicine, red medicine, blue medicine, red medicine. 2 embodiments of Apophis and a mystical beast circuit. You are not Odeon, asshole! I was gonna say, like, I felt like David Hasselhoff there for a second when he was being roasted, and Hulk Hogan was like, do I have to say this? And David was like, come here, what are you talking about? And he had to go up and get permission from David Hasselhoff to crack the incredibly fucked up joke he had about Farrah Fawcett. And David just looked him dead ass and he goes, you can say it. Because David didn't want to offend her. Or not David, but, what's his name? Hulk Hogan didn't want to offend Farrah Fawcett. Get him, little guy, get him! Itself to a collective of subconscious intelligence, which allows it to manipulate the thoughts and actions of humans. That's actually kind of interesting. Why am I getting Persona 5 vibes from that? Because that's a very Persona thing. Abyss Fire. Yeah, Flame Cerberus is an old school monster. He was in one of the first sets. Ow. No, I'm killing you. I'm taking you to school. Bitch. I'm Joey Wheeler, and I approve this violence. My secretary is going crazy for the SCP Foundation. She has found a rabbit hole to jump down, and she is very eager to jump down it. You approve all violence, Seth. No, I do not! That is not true! That is objectively not true! Don't you lie to my audience! It inhabits something called the Neosphere. I am the audience. Alongside 2 other SCPs, 3125 and 6280A. Or 6820A, excuse me. I flipped up some numbers. Soul Spear! How dare you hurt the baby! You hurt the baby! Hi, Pebbles. Hi, Pebbles. How are you, baby? Did you come to see me? Did you come to see me? I'm here to interrupt your stream. I'm gonna interrupt it with fuzziness. Fuzzies. 'Cause I'm a fuzzy. I like how they give Baby Dragon at least a few levels so it doesn't come in totally raw, because if it did, it would be almost useless. The entity doesn't even let humans die? Oh god. Huh. That trader closed down. What's the next one close up? It thrives off of pain. It keeps their souls alive so that it can continue to feed off their agony. That's what he means. Oof. I had to miss. Now that gazelle is going to heal itself. And I'm going to get my face smashed in by neck. Oh! Oh! Got him! Their medic went down before he could medic. During the exit cycle, the purge system is rigged to the airlock, which flushes the occupant's memory by flooding the airlock with amnesiac gas for 3 minutes. SCP-2718, which causes dead humans to continue decomposing but still feel pain. Oh my unholy god, that sounds horrifying. Nightmare fuel! Reaper from Overwatch vibes. No, Reaper isn't that fucked up. No, even Reaper's not that fucked up. Everyone needs to be wiped out to defeat it. 682's quote, endless disgusting suffering. Blitz fire! Why is everything out to get the human race? Because humans are obsessed with the belief that they are monstrous and violent, and that other species would be even more monstrous and violent and want to annihilate them. Or they're obsessed with simply the realization that they are in fact assholes, and that and some of them kind of deserve the desolation that humanity often visits upon itself. That neck hunter is beating my ass. I don't care about that. If you, we kind of saw how if humanity would stop acting on some of its abuse quite a bit of the environment could heal itself, because humans stayed indoors in Venice and whatnot, and the Venice waterways, which were some of the most polluted waterways on the planet, inside of about 6 to 8 months of COVID lockdown. Those waterways cleaned out, and the animals came back. And a lot of natural creatures that were no longer being hunted and poached and polluted out of the waters happily returned. I don't think it's that humanity needs to stop. I think it's that humanity needs to find a more respectful way of doing things other than just doing whatever it wants because it can, and realizing that just because you can doesn't mean you should, in the wise words of Jeff Goldblum from the Jurassic Park films. Because his chaos theory scientist character made that quote, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. A lot of things that humanity can do, it does because it can. Not because it's a smart thing to do, a respectful thing to do, or a decent thing to do, or an intelligent thing to do. Take for example the fact that the North Koreans hate the United States. They had a troop attack one of the U.S. ships with an artillery emplacement, okay? Now, I realize this is kind of technically a contemporary topic, but this is one of those, you did this because you could, not because you should have moments. They opened fire on a U.S. ship that happened to be close enough to be shot at from artillery range. They didn't actually have a reason to open fire on that ship. They opened fire on that ship because they wanted to. North Korea deserves to be hated. No, North Korea doesn't deserve to be hated. Their leaders deserve to be hated. Let's correct that, okay? Because the leadership of North Korea is 90% of North Korea's problem. But that's not the main point. The main point is they fired on a U.S. ship that was in the seas nearby with an artillery emplacement. It hit the ship, barely did any real damage, but killed 2 sailors. And after they killed 2 sailors, the response of the crew was to re-angle all of the guns on that ship because they fired on a fucking destroyer, I think it was. Or no, they fired on one of our battleships. And then after they re-angled all of those cannons to the artillery battery emplacement's location, they fired back. That artillery emplacement and the entire hill that the crew was standing on for about a mile around it got flattened. And the entire artillery crew died. You did that because you could. You did not do that because you should have. Just buy a bunch of beast things because I got a bunch of beast monsters that I need to upgrade. And I'm only doing that, I'm only bringing that up because that is a perfect example of, oh, well, I hate that guy, so I'm going to shoot at that guy, even though there's not really a reason for me to attack that guy. I don't bring that up because I'm somehow, anti-Korean. I'm not anti-Korean. I'm anti-stupid, and North Korea has very stupid leadership. And that stupid leadership has fucked that country for years. And if you go to South Korea and you look at North Korea, just look across at North Korea, you can see the fucking differences. The North Korea's leadership is my problem. Not the North Korean people. And the thought process of, oh, well, we hate Americans, so I should fire on that American ship, basically took that from being another day on the job for those guys, and it turned it into the last day of their lives. And it also did a little bit more than that. It also guaranteed that those men probably didn't have enough to bury in an open casket of what was left of them. Which, what does that mean, folks? That's correct. You guessed correctly. What it means is those people are when people sit for Kim Jong's sister. No, I didn't hear about that actually. I don't really keep up with North Korea's like dumbass political memes years ago. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Like I'm reaching back in my mental archive and I'm not finding it. Yes, the sister is actually pretty bad. None of the Kim Jong family has been has had a good reputation. There was Kim Jong, I think it was Kim Jong-il first, and he basically brought North Korea into an era of ignorance, discourse, and broke-dick excuses for mentality. He also brought starvation to the vast majority of his people. Kim Jong-un took over when he died. Kim Jong-un did not actually make anything any better, and arguably made the situation worse. Frankly, from the Netherlands or something. I don't know. I don't know where they're supposedly from. I thought they were North Korean natives, but I don't know. The trinity of annoying stupid. I would just say they're the trinity of stupidity because all of them believe that communism will succeed, and communism has led China into a dystopic and desolate state. It's led to the corruption and abuse that came from their governments, and it's also led to North Korea effectively being a broken state. Not totally a broken state, but basically. What's the matter, Scott? Things aren't working out as you had planned? Fabulous! Just fabulous! I didn't think I'd have to participate at all. It appears I was wrong. Let me share something with you. The human mind is a lot more fragile than you might think. You'd be surprised how few people have a clear and unwavering idea of self. The only thing tying you to this world right now is your mind. And luckily for me, I can control anything here. So you see, it's really quite simple for me to exert my influence on your minds. You will obey my commands. Come and serve your new master! Joey! Taya! Bakura! No, it's an ambush! They're cutting off our escape routes! We'll be completely wiped out! Quickly, give the order to retreat! No! Lord Yugi! All right. Yeah, Americans are stupid nowadays. Like, a lot of us are really dumb. We were able to escape. In order to shake off any pursuers, I told all units to split up and meet us back at the rendezvous point. They're gone. Unfortunately. I believe Scott plans to control Joey and the others and pit them against us. We must prepare ourselves for that. I know. We'll just have to find some way to break Scott's grip on their minds when we face each other. Spellcaster. After suffering heavy damage at the hands of Scott again, the Resistance splits up to lose their pursuers. Even Yugi has gone into hiding in order to escape Scott's forces. Showing absolutely no mercy, Scott hatches his next plot. To force Yugi into the open, Scott dispatches Taya, still under his mind control, with an army of her own. On the edge of the beastly Badlands, she prepares to form a forbidden magic spell that will destroy the world. And in this magic ritual, Taya must offer herself as tribute. Hearing this, and fully aware that it is a trap set by Scott, Yugi and friends set off to save Taya. So, Joey, Tristan, Joey, Taya, and Bakura are under the control of Scott right now. We are down to Mako, Tristan, and Mai. This is not going to be an easy battle. So, we're going to have to be aware of that. Oh no, I accidentally took Celtic Guardian away. Actually... we're gonna put Dark Magician Girl in here anyway. Okay. They can be empowered by Beast Fangs. Oh, yes. Oh, you can empower Beaver Warrior with Legendary Sword. Gabe's birthday. I need to call him and tell him happy birthday. Beast Fangs. So Beast Fangs is another equipment item, and it buffs the attack power of beast-type monsters or creatures that count as them. Actually, I'm going to give Shimon Celtic Guardian rather than let Celtic Guardian go to waste here. Kaiba next. I don't know. Hang on a moment. Is this the power of the spell? We need to free the air shrine. Smash or pass what? Spike Seadra, revert the cards. Smash or pass what? Dare I ask? SCP off the top of your head. Are you referring to the SCP that haunts people and has a bunch of Rule 34? Oh wow, I got a lucky miss there. Any that come to mind for you. I don't feel like I would touch any of the SCP creatures on a Smash or Pass list. I really don't. Because the flesh that hates, I don't want to go anywhere near that. The entity, how about no? I don't want to turn into a rotting corpse that suffers. The healing slime, I don't know what I would do with that. Only in the Rule 34 universe. Where nothing makes sense and everything is... Okay. Damn, he got a crit! I don't... No. No. I'm not turning this into that. Oh, god damn it, I missed. And then I fired. And then I missed. And then I fired. And then I missed. And then I fired. And then I missed again. And then I fired and I missed another 3 times. How about there's a certain pal that I would definitely smash and power with. Blackland Fire Dragon got another action point! Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Alright, let's put Mako up front and let him actually fight now that he's got some equipment that make him rougher and tougher. I think I know which pal. I mean, I'd call you a Luna fanboy, but I feel like that would ruin it, you know? Okay, now that I've got some beast fangs, which gives some beef to my teeth, let's start the ass-kicking contest! He's got, what is that? Swamp Battle Guard, Mystic Horseman, and Zanky. The developer of this game really liked Zanky, because Zanky shows up a lot. These guys don't have any items, okay. Well, I would say I feel bad for you, but it would be a lie. I take that as a compliment. I mean, if we're going for, like, the pervert Olympics, I guess you kind of have a point there. It should be. certainly don't believe I would be in the top 15 of that Olympics. Heck, not even the hundreds or thousands. I think you're selling yourself short. I really do. My moderator was off reading up on the SCP Foundation. Wow, Mako's forces suddenly got really good, and all they needed was some beast fangs on 2 of their monsters. And suddenly they stopped sucking. I need to get some dragon treasures is what I need. And then I need to get books of secret art. Ow! Trying to get Mai to attack that facility. Illusory Gentleman, Dark Magician, and Dark Magician Girl have teamed up to beat your ass! Dark Burning Attack! There goes one. How do I view Starscream in Transformers 1? He's barely in it. I don't really know what to say. He's barely in Transformers 1. I hated pretty much everything about that movie. It ruined and disrespected so much of the original lore and characters that I just don't have much positive to say on it at all. If you take that movie in a vacuum entirely on its own, it's okay to watch. It's kind of fun to watch. If you try to look at it as an actual Transformers movie that is supposed to be telling an origin story, it gets the characters so completely fucking backwards that, to me, it's kind of just stupid. And it doesn't hold together. I grew up on the original cartoon show, I grew up on Armada, I grew up on a lot of the others that really knew how to respect the mythos and really understood the lore. Even as they told somewhat different versions of each character. I have even seen a version of Starscream that I actually like that is not a, you know, murderous, constantly betraying, cowardly candy ass, but I hated Transformers 1 because it was very clearly trying to be the opposite of the original. And the opposite of the original story. Because it fucked up Sentinel Prime, it fucked up the original Prime story, it didn't even try to set up the war for Cybertron, it didn't even try to build the war for Cybertron, it just kind of threw everything out and made up its own story and rearranged characters to turn them into heroes, villains, and Easter egg name drops rather than the actual characters that they were supposed to be. That wasn't how Cybertron was when it first came up. And that's kind of why that bothers me so badly. And that's why I can't stand it. Alright, deploy Mai over there. We're deploying Tristan up top. Yugi, you've barely taken any damage. Okay, that one's closed. I really liked, oh, okay. Millennium Golem, Stone Soldier, and Queen of Autumn Leaves. They have no items, they have no real abilities. Looks like I want to get rid of Stone Soldier first. The Starscream from the Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron video games, I really liked that because that was very true to Starscream. He could be very dangerous, he could be very lethal, he could be very capable. One thing I often felt like a lot of the media, including some of the video game lore, gets wrong is that it kind of makes Starscream out to be a weak, incapable jackass. His leadership is honestly what's pathetic about him. His leadership is shit. Armada Starscream is a version of him who is genuinely trying to be a loyal soldier, genuinely trying to be a good soldier, and genuinely trying to actually improve the Decepticon cause and odds. The problem that I have with Armada is that I didn't get to actually watch all of it because I ended up having issues trying to sit down and watch it, and I lost touch with it. But like, that version of Starscream is he is genuinely a loyal soldier who ultimately tries to betray Megatron because Megatron only ever finds fault in his actions, no matter how loyal he is, how capable he is, or what he tries to do, because he doesn't always end up oh jeez, I dropped my controller. because he doesn't always end up achieving the objective he was originally sent in to get, Megatron often just finds complete fault in Starscream and shits on it. Oh, there's my moderator. She's returned. And, ultimately, Starscream betrays him once because he feels like his loyalty and his efforts are wasted with Megatron and that new leadership is needed. One who could show appreciation to their soldiers. One who could show respect to their soldiers. And he feels that Megatron does not do this. Inevitably as well, his attempt to actually be a little bit better than just some murderous traitor is actually easy to see because what he does in Transformers Armada, his last act is to try and oppose Unicron one last time, using Swindle to empower himself and fire off a deadly laser blast. But because Unicron is so powerful, the blast ultimately does nothing to him. And he then realizes that a counterattack is coming. So he ejects Swindle, the Minicon, off of himself in order to shoot him away from the blast so that Swindle doesn't die with him. And then dies by himself. Megatron catches him after watching him do something so ludicrously stupid but also so incredibly brave. And he goes, "Why? Why did you do this?" And his response to Megatron was emphatic and simple. He goes, "No matter how hard I tried to work for you or fight for you, you always found fault. You never found anything decent in me. You couldn't see what I was trying to do. All I wanted to be was a good soldier, but you could never let me be that. Because I would never be good enough. And because Megatron demanded such absolute perfection from his troops, but was never able to actually provide them with the same example, like, Starscream dies in his arms, making a point that Megatron really didn't have an answer for. Yes, he also does form a friendship with a human girl, and that's part of what kind of teaches him to be a little bit better than he initially is. Ooh, Tristan actually got a really good level up there. He got all of those boosted. Like, Armada Starscream is probably the greatest version of Starscream as a person, as a character, as an individual. I was kind of kidnapped into the cuddle corner. Oh, I figured something happened. I wasn't too worried. Let's take a look at... And the trader does not have anything interesting, so we will continue to not worry about the trader. I am, however, going to need to get to the research guild here in a minute. Yes, that's what I just got finished discussing was his death. Because Starscream does die in his last act of defiance is to try and attack Unicron. And knowing that he's going to die for it, he ejects the Minicon that helped him get the power he needed to do it off of himself so he doesn't die with him. And the Minicon is saved, but Starscream isn't so lucky. Starscream is blasted with a heavy particle beam attack by Unicron that almost killed him. Or did kill him, actually. It did kill him, excuse me. He did not disintegrate immediately. He has a lot of last words about to Megatron about how he viewed Megatron's leadership. Then he dies. Yeah. I loved that version of Starscream more than any other. I need to actually sit down and watch Transformers Armada it does change some characters, but it also keeps a lot of the core ethos behind them. Like, the original reason why Starscream just wanted to murder, not Optimus, Megatron, and steal the power of, or steal leadership over the Decepticons, it's because, Alien should be finished this week. Great! Best Starscream design? Best Starscream design has to be Armada. It helps, like, the newer, like, the Armada version of him, he wants to turn on Megatron for more than just, oh, I'm a treacherous, scheming piece of shit, you know? And it gives him a deeper reason, humanizes him, and set up if it's not the case. Okay, well, I'll try to hold you to that. I'm trying to stream as much as I can to get as much of this game out there as possible, because this game is just time-consuming, and I wanna be ready to stream Doom the Dark Ages. Please do. Okay. Every day I wake up, I'm gonna ask you for a video by the time my shift ends. My stream has another 20 minutes left here. Ooh, Iroh got another action point. That's okay. It'll be on Twitch when you want to see it and when you can get a chance, and I'm uploading it to YouTube as well. Researchers Guild. I am not going to buy anything from the shop in this level, just because the shop in this level doesn't have anything good. What just happened? What just happened? Oh my god! Mine just got shit-canned by a giant lightning blast? Okay, I didn't know that Taya could do that. Taya also has access to embodiment of Apelphis, Garuzis, and Dark Elf. None of them have any items, though. Okay, this shouldn't be too tough, though. I'm sending Yugi to the Research Guild because he needs to occupy that location in order to unlock another creature. Okay, it'll take 2 days max to split the videos up, though. Alright. It's nice that Skywarp and Thundercracker got made their own characters in different media. Yes, actually, I do like that about Skywarp and Thundercracker. One thing I really liked about Transformers War for Cybertron is when it did the co-op thing between Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream, those three were all pretty much their own people, and the way they interacted together felt like it really felt like it. Two days max to split the videos up. That's fine. Just make sure that they're finished and ready. I need to send you my Bioshock videos, too. Wield Dark Magician. Alright, let's take out Perfume. See that Tia's new look. I think I glanced at it, but I didn't get a proper look. I'll have to look as soon as the stream's Oh, he's guarding now. Damn it. We're ganging up on my illusory gentleman. Fabulous. Okay. I'll have to look into it. Good God, they're ganging up on the poor woman. Give her a rest. Giving strong healing once in a while is never a bad idea, especially if it conserves action points. Alright, asshole. Who are you taking a swing at? Dark Magician? That's fine. He's got plenty of HP for that. I'm gonna let Illusory Gentleman cripple these guys, and I'm gonna feed a kill to Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician individually. Get Ivy to show. Ivy is watching the stream. This is a game that she really loved from her childhood. And she was also, doing a therapy session. Why she left the stream tomorrow. I know. So far, I haven't put in one single cheat code. Three magicians. It's exactly how I imagine Yugi's team, honestly, is three magicians. Yeah, and I don't know if he's in this game. This seems to be a rough title. It's up to me now. Let's start out with a little warm-up. Bam! You might not have noticed, but I've turned back the time by 1 day. This time I'm going with you. Let's go! Time Wizard has joined your army. So if you want to be able to make Thousand Dragon, now you can. Thousand Dragon is not the best monster, but it's also not the worst. Oh my god, yeah, Maya's fucked. Pulling her over there. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna redeploy Tristan over here just to make sure that this area has some kind of defense, because I'm gonna have Yugi wake her up personally. Don't worry, I cheat on some of my games. I have cheated when playing certain video games before, but I never had to cheat to beat this one. This game is really awkward to play sometimes, though. I broke this game in half. I figured out how to break this game, so... I did not need that. because you didn't know how to play. I used to cheat my Sims needs on The Sims 3 because I wanted to play the game more than I did take care of them. Oh, would you look at that? A little Reaper came back to life and now he's getting uppity over here. It's just too bad he's going to have to deal with Shimon. That's if he gets there before Yugi gets where he's going. It looks like he's going to, yeah. He's got less distance to travel. And the illusory gentleman likes to take his time. Oh, hi. You came back too. Redeploy Tristan. Mako's gonna get us another scrap, it looks like. No, Shimon is. Do mods count as cheating? Yes, yes they do, because mods can completely change the balance and methodology of which a game functions. Yes, they do count as cheats. I view mods oftentimes as cheating because most modifications are cheat codes. Most modifications drastically alter the way a game plays. Jesus Christ! My Celtic Guardian is getting massacred! Use them in a please make this old as fuck game run. Go get him, Blackland! Blackland Fire Dragon turned out to be a really good creature. That unlucky miss that I started this fucking fight with. Okay, another blue medicine. Sims 3 came out in 2008, so... Yeah, I know, Sims 3 was old. They crit my Celtic Guardians. They're just wailing on the poor bastard. I will not let you interfere with Master Scott's plans. Hang on, Taya. I'll set you free somehow. Somehow being code for, don't worry, darling, I'm just gonna kick your ass, you'll be fine. That's exactly what fucking happens here. Beats the shit out of her monsters while she watches. Taya, oh, hey, I'm fine now. Paralyze. I don't know anything about that. Dark magic attack! Oh. Dark Dark Magician, why did you, of all people, have to sit there? I can English. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I don't know what that game is. Heal! She's actually got a half acceptable team here. Slightly go over my timer of 2 hours, but it's not good. Part of the reason why you really don't want to not level up your marshals, by the way, even though 3 of them get taken away from you, the monsters that they will fight you with get changed. So you're not leveling up the creatures that are going to be beating your ass later. You're just leveling up the marshal. And I believe the marshal gets auto-leveled to the boss stage requirements anyway. I'm not going to be able to defeat her in one go. She's going to be so crippled by the end of this fight, it's not really going to matter. She got 5,000 points trying to beat my ass. Those two are not going to even get a chance to fight. She missed her only attack. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's painful. Oh, my head. Where am I? She snapped out of it, Yugi! Tristan. Yugi? What am I doing here? Nothing, Taya. Nothing at all. We just had a nightmare. That's all. Dark Elf has joined your forces. I like how Yugi even passes it off as just a nightmare. Phantom Blast. As Yugi fought to save Taya, the Imperial forces are busy trying to quell the rebellions that have started occurring throughout the Empire. With the Imperial forces otherwise occupied, Yugi starts gathering his army and preparing for their counterattack. However, before they can complete their preparations, the Empire manages to send a unit to strike them down. Leading that unit is Joey, still under the mind control of Scott. Yugi and friends are in for a difficult battle, and no one has any idea how it's going to end. Alright, we got Taya back. And Dark Elf is a dark monster, so that would actually go really well with Bakura's unit. But there's a problem. We don't have Bakura yet. So we'll have to put her to work later in order to level her up. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and I'll see you guys next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, when we rescue our crazy-ass Brooklyn buddy, Joey Wheeler. Have a nice day, everybody!